And for today is a basic update stream. I might do a bit of a tour around the new Airbnb. I'll be here for, I think, 2 weeks in Tijuana, Mexico. And this time around, we're in Tijuana proper. Last time, if you saw me in Mexico, I was living in Playas de Tijuana. That was for both of those houses, which is the beach area. And now I'm in like the proper sort of like way closer to the downtown area. I'm up in the hills. I got a good view out over the city, and I've been enjoying that. We have a little bit of a hammock outside and a patio. If I'm still streaming by the time the sun is setting, maybe I'll go out there and we could hang out there. But yeah, it's just a very basic stream today. I really just want to give you guys like something, you know? Because what ended up happening is I didn't stream at the same time as doing the Aristocracy interview earlier today. So if you missed the Aristocracy interview, then I presume that she'll post that on her YouTube, so you could check her out and do that. Alternatively, or I guess I can't do it from my computer, but if you look up Aristocracy on Twitch, you could find her channel, look at that VOD, and check out the interview. There's not a lot in there that you guys wouldn't know if you've already seen all of my stuff. However, it might be a good change of pace to see me on somebody else's stream for a change. So completely up to you. I had a good time talking with Eris. The reason why I didn't duo stream it is because basically, I created a calendar event knowing that there was a time zone difference, and I put the calendar event at noon when we agreed to 2 or 3. And then I was looking at our DMs, and I'm like, oh, God, I put the calendar event at noon. Thank you for that.
Hey, Booksmarts. Hope you are having a wonderful day 3.
Thanks. I like that TTS voice. I don't think I set that up, but I enjoy it. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Heck, I can look on YouTube. Be right back. I'm silly. Yeah, you technically could. I did just start, though. But thank you. With the tier 2, wow. Goodness gracious. Me oh my. Side note on that tier thing, we're actually cooking up some... what are those called? Fuck, I'm trying to think. The little badges you get next to your name, the sub icon things. Somebody offered to help me with that. They do pixel art, so maybe we'll have those done soon, and then you guys will have those. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and get a few other things ready in the background, wrap up some Discord conversations I'm involved in. In the meantime, please do enjoy my Spotify playlist. Ooh, we're dipping into that today. Looks like I first listened to this song back in 2019. This is Game by Harrison Fjord. Enjoy.
Don't let me hear the words. It's never gonna
That's not what we want. Okay. You guys have a decision. All right. So be ready to type some numbers in the chat. Do you want 1 more song or 2 start the stream? Do you want 1 more song or to start the stream? Up to you guys. Vote on your cellular devices now. No. That's a lot of 2s right off the bat there. Funds for the Motovlog channel. Oh, thanks for the super chats, by the way. Thanks to AHK for the $5. I'll put that in the pension fund. And to Ruben Maycack. It sounds like a sexual thing. You ever start rubbing McCock? Bro, you must have had a hard time in elementary school with a name like that. Rubbin McCock. That's rough. Anywho, thank you for the $5. Funds for the Motovlog channel. I appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just start the stream. I mean, you guys are over it. This is gonna be a short stream. It don't matter. Don't matter if we get more music in here. It's just when I break copyright rules, you guys have to understand. When I break copyright rules, I know that this video is getting demonetized. And
What is that?
thank you, TikTok Tacos. And that kind of encourages me to, go full force with it. Really play some music for the people. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you're already getting in trouble for it, you may as well just, you may as well just play a bunch of music. Who cares? You know what? I'm just gonna put one more. I'm gonna put one more. What a bikuri desho. Oh wow, Nicole.
Funds for the Motovlog.
Wait, everybody's putting funds towards the motovlog. Is this a meme that I'm missing? Does everybody really want me to do motovlogs? Fuck it, dude. We're not playing any music. Let's just start this fucking stream. Enough lagging. You're already behind. Hi. How are you guys doing? Man, my voice is echoey in here. You'll have to, put up with that. It be what it be. I'm having a wonderful day. How are you guys doing? Because I had a lovely conversation immediately after waking up. So, like I said, I fucked up. I thought that the Eris interview, I created a calendar event for noon, and then I changed it post. Jesus Christ! You gifted some subscriptions. I don't know how many that was, but thank you for that. Thanks, KYLTV. Hi, dude.
What the fuck?
Cool haircut. Thanks.
What is that?
I'm gonna move you guys so that I could see you a little better. I'll move you right there. There we are. 5 Canadian didgeridoos. Vroom vroom motovlog. Okay, I see where you guys are going with this. You clearly want a motovlog. I have good news for you. Thank you for that, Johnny. I appreciate it. Look at that. Your boy got a proper camera. So all of these funds are going to offset. Thank you for that as well, Uncle Joe. Uncle Joe. Never mind. I'm not going to make a socialist joke. Yeah, so I got a motovlog camera.
Sam, what is that?
I got the thank you, Exver. Unless those were all just like gifted subs. In any case, welcome to the community. Now you have a little dingleberry by your name. You have access to some cool emotes, so that's always a good thing. Yeah, so I have like proper mounts. Yesterday, I went to downtown Tijuana and I recorded a bunch of stuff. I recorded me going out and trying to find a laptop charger, which if you follow me on Twitter, you were probably aware was intended to be a Twitter video. What happened there? Well, what happened is that the internet is not happening. It's awful here. It's just absolute dog trash. T-Mobile told me.
Looking good books.
Thanks, brother. Who is that? 2man tutu. Thank you. I appreciate all of the support, everybody. That's honestly really, really great because I don't need to tell you guys this, but I have not been good about streaming lately. I've been kind of dropping the ball on that, but that's because there's been a lot in the background, and you hear this all the time, that I have to work on, that I have to get all lined up. Among those things, among us, has been changes to the Patreon. So if you've checked out the Patreon, you've noticed I have hand-drawn, literally hand-drawn, just me. I didn't want to pay a graphic artist to do it. I thought that, if it's my Patreon channel, I should probably draw them myself. So I drew a bunch of little tier, explainers that have like pictures of the benefits that you get, updated all of those benefits in the front end and the back end, created workflows to make sure that those things are going to be done every single month. Right now, the AMA is being recorded. I'm recording it every time I go out of the house to downtown, so expect to see that. I'm also mixing in some more like requests that I've gotten on the Ask Booksmarts email. And I hope that that's not too much of cheating for the AMA video this month. The reason is that the givers have only submitted 2 submissions. Can you believe that? I can, because I fucked up the last few. So the givers probably just accept that they don't ever get to ask me anything, and they probably just assume that that's like a scam of a perk. But, now we're doing it. So talk about Destiny and Vosh. That is going to happen tomorrow. So if you're interested in hearing about Destiny, Vosh, that panel experience, tune in tomorrow. Tomorrow, I think around noon is what I'm shooting for, noon Pacific Standard Time. I'm going to have a bunch of notes done in my new notebook, and we'll go through it. Let me run something by you guys. I've talked to my editor about this. I've talked to my streaming friends about this. For the panel, for those of you that don't know, Vosh and Destiny were on a Prime Kai's Reverie panel with a few other people. And it was a mess. It's a mess. Okay? I'm going to say that right now. I think the general consensus, if I'm to go off of what my editor is saying, what other people are saying, seems to be that Steven was declared like the rhetorical victor or the optical victor in this. Am I right? 1's if I'm right, 2's if I'm no. Let me know in the chat. Damn, are you an 8-day-old Jewish boy? Because that's a fresh cut. I didn't realize what... That's a fucked up joke, dude. That's a fucked up joke. Where did you ever hear that? That's a lot of 1s. Okay. You guys are biased, but I will accept that. All right. So, clearly an optical victory for Steven. Man, but this was not fun to get through. Okay? Even if it was a victory for Steven, this is not a fun watch. This is not a fun listen. I had to stop. I haven't had to stop in a long time. I had to stop. I couldn't keep listening. My blood pressure was going up. Everybody is interjecting. That's a straw man. That's a fallacy. That's an ad hom. That's a fucking... Everybody's throwing shit around. Everybody's talking at 4 different levels about shit. You have the person that doesn't know what the fuck is going on, that thought Bush was a fascist fucking a gazillion years ago, and they're just kind of like that little yapper dog that's in the corner that like doesn't know what the other big dogs are doing, but is kind of just like, yeah, I'm here. Yeah, this is hypey. And they're just like randomly interjecting. So let's set that person aside. I don't know who that was. Then we have Vosh, who held a similarly dumb position about Bush and made some legitimately cringy claims about Bush and then tried to walk them back in real time. And then we have Steven, who very clearly is having like a meta level conversation with Vosh, and they're both doing this to different degrees. And you may feel better about one than the other, but that's for sure like something that's happening, and it takes 2 to tango there. Both of them are doing that. On top of that, you have GSU Gambit, who is trying to like play both of these sides. He wants to stay in the favor of Vosh a little bit while also criticizing him while looking better to Destiny, but he doesn't necessarily like Destiny. There's like so many weird social dynamics happening in this conversation. You have Prime, who doesn't even seem to be able to follow the conversation. And I don't blame him. Having been in the moderator position, I have more sympathy for that. It is tough to follow. And I think he was struggling to maintain control over that. And the best that he could do is pull the emergency brake, get everybody to stop and listen to one person at a time, irrespective of like how valuable that one person is or whether or not they're responding to the question that was initially asked. So, it's very difficult. Everybody weasels out of answering every fucking question. Steven won't answer criticisms about wording it that Vosh didn't want. Oh God, what was it? He said policies, and Vosh knew that if he can get him stuck on the policy idea, then he can maybe get away from the Bush thing. When did I say policies are efficient? He wants to focus on the policies thing because Stephen had said policy at some point. And so he's trying to go off of that and he's trying to go down that narrative rabbit hole. Stephen is trying to like ask a bunch of questions all at once and claim that Vosh is making 15 points. Vosh isn't, not from the video I watched, not from the video Destiny uploaded. Maybe there was more context before it. Vosh wasn't making 15 fucking points. He's literally trying to explain one and he gets interrupted. This is the same problem that he had with the Wolf conversation, and it's coming up again. Oh boy, if only somebody gave him advice that could have helped him to deal with people that don't give answers that you find satisfactory. Oh, good God. But anywho, so he has that problem. We've seen that happen before. And it's just a fucking mess. It's a mess all around. It's just a god-awful mess. If you guys tell me you think that Vosh lost, then that is what it is. But, you know, God, nobody fucking looked good there. I didn't enjoy that conversation at all. I don't know who you would have enjoyed listening to in that talk. Like, if any, of everybody in the conversation, I most enjoyed listening to Vivian. Okay? Like, I most enjoyed listening to Vivian summarize what was going on in the conversation. That was the highlight for me. That was the thing I liked the most. I found Vivian to be the most, like, bearable part of that entire conversation. And even Vivian, she's just trying to, like, reword and maybe find, like, okay, you guys are kind of not hearing Vosh out here. He's saying this. Of course, I think that's dumb. I believe this. But then people are jumping on Viv saying that, like, she believes exactly what Vosh believes, even though she's being explicit that that's not the case. It's awful. Being quite honest with you guys, I don't want to do that in real time. I don't want to cover that. And I will talk more about this on Thursday because I want to think more about it. But fuck it, dude. I'll just fucking grab my document about it. Basically, guys, maybe I'm going through a midlife crisis. Okay, I've been on this streaming site for almost 2 years. We're maybe half a year away, I guess. So maybe not almost, but we're coming up on 2 years we've been doing this. Politics scene is not going to get better. These people are not going to take any advice. The purpose of these debates is different than what I initially thought they were. It's all for entertainment. We all want to make money. We're all out here trying to create entertaining shows and content and media for people while under the guise of, like, tickling the particular fancy of that person's political interest. So, you know, it didn't feel like 2 years. It most certainly didn't. But, you know, from my perspective, like, it's been a rough 2 years, you know? I was homeless for like a whole year of that. I'm happy I am where I am now. I'm happy the channel makes at least enough to where with some voodoo economics, I can manage to afford a life. You know, if past me didn't go and travel the entire world, I would not have known how to make this financial situation work. There is something about, like, poverty economics that I think, like, is a super valuable skill for people. So you may see me in this whole big Airbnb, right? That looks amazing and yada yada. This is the result of just looking for the best deal. This is the result of, like, I'm literally living, like, month to month. I'm ahead of my stuff and I have a little bit saved, but I'm, like, literally month to month. So, you know, it's not like I'm doing good. I'm living this way because I don't want to live in the van, and I absolutely cannot rent a place. They all deny me. I can't even rent a room because they're super duper flaky. And, like, Every day that I spend looking for a room in California, I am living in the van. And I can't do the van anymore, guys. I can't. I cannot live like an animal anymore. I've had a taste of this, and I'm not going back to that. No matter what, I'm not going back to that, right? And that's why I'm going to keep doing these debate reviews. But I'm going to try my damnedest to make anything else work. I'm going to try my damnedest to make travel videos. I'm going to try my damnedest to make a podcast happen. I'm going to try my damnedest to make Patreon content that encourages people to fund my travels. I'm going to try my damnedest to make this work. But I don't know that I want to do debate reviews, for forever. I'm getting sick of it. It's the same thing over and over again. These people have the same problems over and over again, and they pretend like they do not exist. Vosh pretends like he does not lie, and he lies. Steven pretends like he's not the problem in these like Q&A back and forths. He's the problem. Like, I feel like I'm the crazy person. I'm going to say the thing. I'm going to say the way it is, and I want to move the fuck on. They can improve. They can build off of that. They can become better debaters, better arguers, better whatever. But I don't want to repeat the same fucking shit over and over again. I don't want to say every fucking time I cover Vosh that we need to create an entire Notion document for the motherfucker because he lies about what had happened previously in a conversation. Or he gaslights people in real time about what he had just fucking said. So like, I can't do it anymore. It's a waste of my fucking time. It's a waste of my mental capacity. And like, in the words of Vosh, I've intellectually outpaced all of them. No, I'm just kidding. I just wanted to crescendo there. But, I'm getting sick of it. There's better things to do with my time, brain, energy, attention. This ain't it, Chief. And it's not even fulfilling me creatively anymore. So, and for that reason, I'm not doing a fucking line by line of this panel. I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm not writing an entire Notion document to prove that people are lying. I'm not doing it. I'm not writing an entire Notion document where I need to track 18 fucking people because Prime wants to run a panel where he just fills every fucking pixel of the screen with a different webcam.
Work. Hope this helps keep you going.
And that's assuming they have webcams. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it, Dog Dentist. But I just, I'll let it play. I'm getting sick of it, and I can feel it. Like when I felt that I needed to go back to the US when I lived in Thailand. It's a feeling. I can see it. It's like seeing the swell of a tsunami on the horizon. I can tell that there is just this massive tidal wave coming towards me, and I need to prepare. I need to do something. Because when that hits, when that makes landfall, it is going to cause a gazillion problems for me, mentally, emotionally, creatively, whatever. I need to do something else because I will burn out doing this. And so, yeah, that's
333333.
333. Thank you. That's why I'm buying all this. That's why I'm trying different stuff. That's why I'm like, let's fix the Patreon. Let's do,
What is this?
let's do
Love
postcards.
your thought process and hope you keep going strong.
Thanks, brother. And so, yeah, for those of you that don't know, there's a new tier on the Patreon, and this is basically an option for Euler people that really want to feel like they actually are like making a significant impact on like my finances every month. $40, you get into the Booksmarts Pen Pals Club. You're going to get a postcard every month from wherever I choose to travel. It can have contents related to whatever you'd like. I have a few options for that. If you go on the Patreon right now, anybody can fill out that form, because the other cool part of that is I'm going to raffle off a bunch of them every single month for free to anybody. So if you're a patron and you sign up on that link, as long as you're a patron on Patreon, you'll be entered into that raffle.
We sup sexy.
Thanks. Not much, dude. The sky, the moon, and all the stars. That's what's up. But yeah. So, I'm thinking about like, where do we go next? Like, and I need to pivot onto something else. Like, I think we've spent enough time in these communities. We've tried our best. We've given a fair swing at it. There's archival content for all of these large creators. You want to know what Steven's problems are and how to defeat him intellectually? That exists. You want to know how to trigger him? That exists. You want to know how to challenge that thing he does where he dives with you emotionally and tries to get you to fuck up? I've already given that. You want to know the problems with Vosh? There they are. You want to know, timestamps of literally everything? It's there. I've done it. I've done a good fucking job. I haven't given myself this credit because it sounds egotistical, but I did a good job. I did a better job than I think most other streamers in my position would have done. I don't think they would have committed the time, energy, effort into archiving this content, making it accessible to people, time stamping it, etc. Taking notes beforehand, making sure you have educated takes and opinions, trying to check bias at the door when you come in, giving proper disclaimers, handling criticism, both on stream and off stream. I've done a damn good job. I'm proud of it. And it's time to move the fuck on because this shit is going to drive me nuts. I cannot keep doing it. It's just not fun for me anymore. So expect to see more of this. Expect to see more of just us talking because you guys are fine with that. You guys don't even seem to really fucking care. You did, Base and Triple. Thank you. I think you have been the best channel in regards to reviewing debates on the entire platform. I'm happy to hear that. Would you ever talk with Dr. K? Probably, yeah. I feel like you have such a different perspective from everyone else on this platform that conversation could be really interesting. Yeah, I'd be down. Are you going to cut off connections from the... No. No. And I may even
Good
just
for you,
do debates.
No, here's to your future endeavors.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. No. I'm not fuck it. I'll talk shit. I'm not Vosh, dude. I'm not going to make this big, game that I'm not going to talk to people when in reality I'm going to talk to them literally the next week, right? I'm not doing that. I'm not going to even say that. I'm not going to be that dumb. No, I'm not cutting off connections with people. I want to hang out with Steven, but I don't want to talk to Steven about his debates because he doesn't process it super well. It's a fucking minefield. I have to take like 110% of my energy and effort to even communicate something to him. Meanwhile, he gets to just play in his default mode of being an asshole and just shutting it all down, right? So that's very easy for him to sit there and take, and it's very difficult for me to put on. I don't want to do that. I'm happy to play video games with him. Apex was fun. I enjoyed it. I had a good time. I don't know if he had a good time. I had a good time. I would be happy to play video games with people, have conversations with people, whatever. It's just that this debate review stuff, man, these critiques, I just don't know if they're doing any good for the world, and they're taking a lot of my time. So I don't want to do them anymore. I'm not saying this is the end of them, but I'm saying just know that's what Booksmarts is seeing. And that's what Booksmarts is trying to do in the background. Anything else I can do. What does it take to prepare this? What does it take to shoot this content? What does it take to edit this? What are the workflows for this? How can I make this financially viable? Where is the viewership for this thing? Business smarts is meaning something else. It's not meaning being a fucking Twitch person. It's meaning creating an internet brand that can sustain my lifestyle, and that's it. That's all I'm worried about. Let's create an internet brand that sustains my lifestyle, and that's fine. People seem to enjoy my personality, my outlook, my experience, my, advice, a lot of other stuff, not just my reviews. So, they don't need to be the main focus of things anymore. Honestly, it's your time, charge an ass and a leg to, an arm and a leg, I assume, to debate, review, and run down with the creator. I could, yeah. If they ever want that, they're more than welcome to it. They don't want that, though. New debaters may want that. The professional debaters do not. Steven will make the same amount of money whether he improves his debate performances or not. Vosh will make the same amount of money if he lies and cheats and whatever during a debate or whether he doesn't. Mike from PA will make money if he makes fun of the other lefty people and starts shit and drama all the time. He will not make money if he does not do that. Steven will not make as much money if he is more calm. Vosh will not get as many viewers if he's not as dramatic, right? And this is setting aside any ego thing about not wanting to be wrong, about not wanting to seem like you didn't know something, they don't care. They don't care about that shit. They don't care. They're not going to pay money for it. Are you out of your fucking mind? They can if they want to. But from my experience asking people about that in private, nobody takes me up on that. The only people that do are people that work in the real fucking world and understand the importance of communication in their jobs. Because in their jobs, they cannot piss everybody off. In their jobs, they're not rewarded by upsetting people. In their jobs, it is pertinent that they maintain relationships with everybody, that they do not rock the boat, that they are able to communicate ideas in a way that is not like super gnarly to people and indigestible, you know? I'm sorry, I'm deleting you. Block user on YouTube. There you go, Jeffrey. Congratulations, brother. You know, so like, where was I going with this? It doesn't matter. These people don't want that stuff. Real life people want that stuff. These people don't want that stuff. So, you know, I don't think too much about it, guys. It doesn't work the way you think it does. Booksmarts, what do you think about React-Andying the future debates, especially panels? If I make a bunch of money being a Twitch streamer, for sure, I'll do it. It's easy. It's easy content. You just throw on somebody else's video, somebody else's thing where they went out on a limb and went and did a performance and tried their best, and you get to just tear it apart with your uneducated criticism. Yeah, easy. I'll do that. Yeah, if I become a Twitch personality, I make a bunch of money, and people are going to show up no matter what, fuck it, dude. You guys aren't going to fucking care about the difference between me taking a bunch of notes in Notion and me just fucking React-Ending off the top of my head. You guys don't, like, I know you would prefer one over the other. If I gave you a choice, you would Thanos snap into being the other one, but you guys don't factor in how much of my time that takes. You guys will consume it either way. So, you know, it may be objectively better to have the other one. I would agree with that, right? That's what I would want if I were a viewer. That's why I create it, because I want to see that thing exists. I want other people to copy me. I want other people to do that. So I don't have to, because anybody can do it. Just go line by line. What the fuck happened? Give me a Notion document. Give me something where I can pay $5 every month so that I can see what was the most popular debate of this week. Where's the Notion document so that I can understand what the fuck happened? And where's the video that I can 2x through without watching the thing live to where I just understand what the fuck happened? I provide that. I do. I don't think other people do. Nobody's stepping up to the plate to do that. Probably for good reason. It's not like super financially viable. I've made it work, but I'm more intelligent and more entrepreneurial than most people. I set up the Patreon. I pushed a bunch of shit to it. I do the commissioned work in the background. You know, there's a lot of shit you guys don't see that I have to do. I have to coordinate with like 3 different editors and a thumbnail artist, and like, you know, like it doesn't just happen, you know? It's going to take a bunch of work for anybody to want to fill this spot and do that, you know? And nobody's been willing to. So, you know, like, yeah, in the future, React-Ending, sure. If Twitch is where I live, then that's Twitch meta. Of course I will. Book has truly been blackpilled. No, today's a short stream. Today is just a yell at the screen stream. And I'm in a mood, dude. I'm just not having it. I'm going to be real with you guys. I'm going to shoot you straight. It was an awful video. It put me in an awful mood to have to watch it. This is a state of discourse on this website. It has been since Trump was president. It didn't get better with Biden. There's no fucking point. I don't even care about politics. Like, do you guys realize that? I don't even care about politics. I don't really care. At all, really. Like, I care about my stuff that's happening in Huntington Beach. I care when they take away fucking chairs that I can sit in. I care when they close the fucking the bonfire pits at the beach. I care about shit that matters to me. I care about my politics. I don't give a fuck about this fucking do we want communism or Pol Potism or Maoism? Like, I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Who cares? Nobody cares. Nobody, even the leftist people, they don't really care. They don't even go and vote. What the fuck is the point? Like, I feel like I'm being like Bastiat right now. Like, that's the level of like craziness I'm at. But like, I get it now. I get why he acts like that, because he's a well-adjusted, normal-ass man. I've met him in person. He's a quiet dude that just wants to enjoy his scotch in the company of other people, and he has to deal with these stupid-ass people on the internet that are fucking out of their minds. And it wears on him, and it causes him to just choose to be a character because everybody else is fucking around, you know? Like, I'm getting it more. I kind of understand that guy more because this space is just fucking stupid, dude. And it's like, the path forward is to become a debate person. That's the path forward. That's what you want to do. Or you want to become an intellectual. You want to sit in front of the mic and go, yes. Yes, I was reading Charlie Wiggins the other day, and he had the most interesting thing to say. I actually think there's a lot of parallels between Wiggins' work and Bartholomew's work. Yeah, the concept of social repercussion is just very interesting to me. I've actually studied that. I'm not going to do that. I don't care about that. That's fucking boring, dude. Boring. I'm not doing that either. And because I don't want to be the pseudo-intellectual, I don't want to fill your guys' asshole full of smoke. I don't want to be a fucking ideologue arguing about some stupid fucking thing on a debate show. I don't want to do that shit. This space ain't for me, dude. It ain't for me, brother. Because when I get in those situations, when I'm on a panel and I see everybody else fucking around and being idiots, I want to meme. I want to bring my feet up to the camera and put them in my mouth, and I want to fuck around because I just go crazy. I feel like an 8-year-old kid, dude. They bring me back to the mental age of being fucking 8 years old, and I just cannot do it, dude. I just cannot do it. I need to find something else. So bear with me in the interim. Please support me. Please support the content as I do that. If something's shit, you go ahead and let me know why it's shit. You let me know if there's any room for improvement or if I need to go back to the drawing board. If you're like, Booksmarts, this dish is absolutely awful. This content's no good. Tell me. Get your ass back in the kitchen. Just tell me that, But, man, we got to start cooking up some variety dishes because this... rice porridge every day is just, it's getting to be a bit much, It's making me not want to stream, and that's not a good thing, Like I said, I see the tidal wave on the horizon. I don't want that to happen to me. Is it worth, if it ruins your mood, this kind of content? I don't know. So many of these debate guys' viewers are just pseudo-intellectuals, pseudo-intellects, and it turns me off hard. Yeah, I can't, dude. I can't with it. This platform turns people into commodities. I appreciate you being honest about seeing that process. Take care of yourself the best. Yeah. And that's the other thing. Like, I don't want to be the commodity. I want to be a brand. That's such a cringe neolib statement of sorts. I want to be recognized as like a personality, but I don't want to be the thing on sale the entire time. Like, I want to make something, I want to have a show that I can share with people. I could bring them on. I could pick their brand. I want a platform, an opportunity to like do more stuff. And while this has turned into that for access to debate people, which was an initial part of why I wanted to do it, the idea of being able to talk to and hang out with Stephen more was interesting to me. I wanted to pick his brain on more issues before I realized the depth of it. I wanted to meet cool people. I wanted to meet A4 Andre. I wanted to meet, I wanted to talk more with Mindwaves. When I first joined the site, I was under the impression that Mindwaves was like a big streamer in the space, like a huge streamer, and that I had to the only reason I was able to talk with him was because I was a streamer. But like, I'm not naive anymore. I understand the way things work on this platform. I understand the way the things go. I'm just like, I'm having to reevaluate, like, what are the reasons that you started doing particular things here? And like, what are the reasons, like, do those reasons make sense? Or was that a delusion of past Noah? Past Booksmarts. Thank you for that. So, like, if there's a LifeSmarts moment in all of this, it's this. 2 parts. It's okay that you're wrong. You need to look for when you're wrong. So, look back on, like, why things are not working out and go, like, did the past me have the full picture of like this decision when they went into it? Have things changed? And if things have changed or you were incorrect, be okay with moving forward. It's not just the people you see on this website that have a difficult time admitting when they're incorrect, when they're wrong, or when something could be done better. It's not just them. It's you. It's me. It's everybody. We talked about this today on Eris's show. But I think the strongest, or perhaps the most respectable people in my mind, are those that are able to come to terms with that and go out of their way to try and work against that fact, to go out of their way to admit when they're wrong, to try and be better about that, to understand that that is a shortcoming of us as humans, and to try and be better than that by themselves. Because you can tell other people this the way I'm telling you, but the only way that the world gets better is you do it. That's the only way. You know, Frankl talks about this, that there is pain, there is trauma, there is awfulness in life, but there is a responsibility that you take over your situation in all of that, right? There's responsibility. You know, you're already held accountable for the repercussions of your actions. You really are. You have to live through them. So take responsibility for that. Take responsibility for your actions. Try to be better about that. What does that mean? It means realizing when you made a mistake and owning up to it. Being accountable for that, the same way you'll have to be to everybody else. It means being more cognizant of and looking for when you make those mistakes, right? So that you can improve and you can get better at that, you know, like, and this is just one of those, you know, I think some of my past notions about this space and stuff have been continuing to propel my content direction, and it shouldn't anymore. So I'm correcting that stuff. It's not good. Hey, Book, the other day you said blue was your favorite color, but you're more of a green or an orange to me. And I want you to think about that. I will. I feel like the 5 USD from Fishman Stan, I think politics are dumb and gay. Okay. But you're genuinely funny, so I keep watching the streams. Well, then we'll lean into that. Thank you for that one.
Is the start of a new arc?
Maybe the start of a travel arc. I want to give a shout out real quick. I want to give a shout out. Thank God for my friends. I'm going to try not to cry. Thank God for my friends, dude. Thank God for... Thank you, Sexy Al. Thank God for Too Mad. Thank God for Wicked Supreme. Thank God for I'm Really Important. These guys are very important to me. And anytime I have like a problem, I'm not the kind of guy that's used to having somebody to go to for stuff. And I do with them, and it's lovely. I would recommend it to you guys. Like, find people that are that for you. Like today, I was talking, politics are gay. I sucked a dude's dick the other day because he said I was homophobic. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm ignoring the chat now. So I had this problem. I went down to downtown Tijuana. I recorded a bunch of stuff on my GoPro, a bunch of footage. It's not the first time I've recorded travel footage and scrapped the entire Vegas project. Made you smile, though. It didn't make me smile, but it probably shouldn't because I think it's homophobic. Where was I going with this? Oh, yes. So I've tossed a lot of Vegas, video projects where I've like tried to make a travel video because I'm trying to make something for me. I'm trying to make something that's like a video scrapbook so I can remember my travels. But that doesn't feel like it's content for you guys. And so then I need to like think about how is this content? And the moment I do, it all falls apart. And I have mental hurdles there that I won't go too much deeper into because I'm pretty sure I'll get past them. And once I'm past them, then I'll bring them up to you guys if they're pertinent to anything we go through on stream. But thank God for my friends, dude, because they're very helpful when I want to do something at making me feel like I can do it. And helping me get through like mental hurdles that I've clearly like put up for them, right? Like it's just reactionary bits of my brain saying why I can't do something and seeing the patience with which they take each of those down and dismantle them. And like, I appreciate it. And so, thank you to those guys because they are what's going to get me through this, I think. But, I need them now more than I did before because I'm going to be doing new stuff and it's hard for me. So, just bear with me in the interim. It's going to be tough for me. Are you going to continue to do anything with rhetoric? Yeah, of course. I am a Twitch streamer. A lot of my income comes from Twitch. So I will still do Twitch streams and I will still fill those Twitch streams with a little bit of meta, which you guys are used to, like React Andy stuff. The patrons, I gave them a poll so that they could vote on what they want the next stream to be. And what do they vote on? They want me to React Andy to YouTube videos. Of all the options I give them, that's what they pick. So that's what we'll do. They paid money, they got their vote, and I'm a man of the people. I will respect the outcome of this democratic process. Okay, we'll do your YouTube videos. So that should be planned for either Thursday or Friday. It depends on how the Vosh and Destiny and Prime Kai panel review thing goes. But yeah, we'll do that on Thursday or Friday. I already have some videos lined up from creators that I like, not creators that you like, because, you know, but creators that I like. My gun show people. I want to talk about my gun show people. I want to talk about In-Range TV. I want to talk about Forgotten Weapons. I want to talk about Ian. I like those people. I don't get to talk about them on stream. I want to talk about Paul Harrell. I talked about him before.
Really appreciate your content and community books. Everyone here is awesome. Keep it going. You do amazing work.
Thanks, brother. I'll try. The community is honestly like the most valuable thing that I've created. Of all the content, of all the archival shit, of all of that, I'm realizing that pales in comparison to the value of like the community that I've created over the year plus of doing this. So thank you guys, you know, like I gave a shout out to those people, to my friends for supporting me. Thank God to you guys. Like I talked about on Eris today, I will go on to Reddits and Discords and whatever, and I'll look up my name, Booksmarts, you know, Bookfucker, see what comes up. A saving grace for some of the dumb shit that people say about me is the people that defend me. And not in a Destiny way, not in a make shit up to smoke screen like awful things that I'm doing, but in like a very pointed way that seems like how I would do it. And I love that. I've fallen in love with that. To see people give quotes from when it happened in the video, or to be like, well, after this part, did you not see when he said this? Like, I love that the rhetoric behind that commentary has changed since I started. The streamers may not change. Destiny may slap a label of 2021 being the rhetoric year and try like 5% harder on not being an asshole. But you guys out there are really putting into practice this stuff. So thank you, you know? And I see that shit. Just know that I do. If there's some Reddit thread where people are talking shit and you say something nice, like, I see that. Just know that there's a good chance I see that, you know? Or if you start a thread saying, like, I really appreciate Bookfucker's ability to communicate these critiques to Steven. I read the whole thing. I did. I like it. Thank you. You know, if you're on the Destiny Discord and somebody's like, that Booksmarts, he's a fucking snaky piece of shit. I don't like that guy. He's ruining Steven. And you guys come in and you're like, actually, it's probably better if Steven doesn't use shit like rape analogies, and conversations have gone smoother with it. I like that. Thank you, guys. I love that. I appreciate it. I see you guys out there. Would it be worth making a video series on how regular people can more effectively address being wrong based on the 2 points you made earlier? Maybe. Here, I'll add it to the list. It's a brilliant idea. How to Be Wrong by Booksmarts. How to Be Wrong. Yeah, maybe, dude. Maybe that's a good idea. I just tore through like 8 sheets of paper. I was way rough with the pen. Cheap ass paper. You've definitely changed how I interact with people in arguments in general, even in real life, for better and being more charitable. Thanks. Thank you. Petol, $10.
I love you. Keep doing you because we need more authenticity on Twitch.
Thanks. And this is the other thing. Like, no, I'm not going to talk about that. Well, you know, I won't lie. I watch Destiny in big part because his hyperbolic character is entertaining. And that's fine. You know, like, that's the other thing is like, in coming to terms with and accepting the entertainment aspect of this and the money-making aspect of this, I've grown to appreciate and respect people in a business sense, in a performative sense. I respect the hustle of Steven. I respect that he goes out on a limb to be this character, that if he fucks up, there's a lot of like negativity for him, right? If you make your whole brand being the mostest rightest guy who is the best debater, holy fuck, do you have a million people that will challenge you all the time, and that is a kind of life that would be tiring for me, but he seems to love it, right? Or Vosh, he seems more than willing to. No, I'm just kidding. I don't want to say anything more mean about Vosh, so I'm not gonna use that as an example. But like, I've learned to appreciate people's hustle for what it is, for the hustle. But it doesn't mean I appreciate their content or like their contribution to the way that this site works, and that's where I'm at with it. Everybody's cool behind the scenes. Everybody that I've talked to has been cool. Every streamer that I've met has been rad. I've talked a few times before about how Synth is somebody that, surprised me. Synth is just an adorable person. IRL, and she's very, very not like a big debate bro person, and far more enjoyable in my opinion in real life. She gets along with everybody. Everybody gets along when they're all in real life. Dylan doesn't get in he does get in fight with politics people, but that's kind of fun. Everybody's chill. Dylan was here in California. We all hung out. Did I see IRI? I don't think I did, but I did hang out. Yeah, I did. He was at Turkish Coffee, at the Turkish food place with us. Or not Turkish, it was Lebanese, my bad. But yeah, everybody's chill behind the scenes, and I have respect for different people at different levels, for their hustle and for them as people. But I don't have a lot of respect for this platform or for the people that, make the choice to, continue to do that. It's just not for me. It's not for me. It's not my thing. Maybe it's a Zoomer thing. Maybe I'm just too old. I have no fucking idea, dude. You should really keep track of your schedule on Twitch. I almost missed the stream again. You even said that you would only stream next week in DGG chat. That you would only stream next week. What do you mean? I don't understand the last part, but yeah, I fuck up the schedule all the time, which is another thing. I don't know if I'm a good streamer, dude. I'm I can do the schedule thing, but it's just so boring because then I feel like I have to fill shows, and yeah, you're right. I need to be better at schedules, but yeah. I mean, I'll be on it tomorrow. I'm going to be on tomorrow at the right time. Vosh and Destiny are like intellectual prize fighters. You are the wizened, world-weary boxing coach. I'd rather watch you and learn something, to be honest. And that's fine. Or you could watch them and have fun. I had fun watching their content. Because I had fun watching their content, I can imagine that there are other people that have fun watching their content that do not watch critically, that watch for the entertainment, or watch because they enjoy listening to arguments, or watch simply because they want the space of quietness to be filled with the sounds of angry, privileged men yelling at each other for money. People have their different reasons. Totally cool with me. I don't want to shit on people for liking other people. Now, I do sometimes do that with Mike from PA and stuff, but that's because I'm trying to be a jokester. I'm trying to goof and gaff. But yeah, to speak more empathetically, you're beating your head against the wall, kind of, dude. Steven is his own greatest enemy, and that's why he refused it. I don't know, dude. I think you would be much happier on YouTube than Twitch. The content is much more lasting. Your effort is much more appreciated since it stays there forever. Yeah. Here's the thing. Now that I have an editor who I trust, they're more than competent, and I have a second editor who is willing to help with these short, memeier compilations. We have one cooking right now that was from the review stream that I did when I was smoking a bunch of weed. That one's kind of funny. So now I have editors. This changes the game, and this is part of what the reevaluation has been. Thank you, Arctic. This is part of the reevaluation. Past me did not have funds. He could not afford editing stuff. And he was not willing to work with people for free or for cheap simply because they enjoyed the channel. Because I thought if you do that as a creator, you will receive undue amounts of criticism from people. Because I had seen that happen with Hassan and other people. But then Wicked Supreme opened my eyes to the fact that Wicked Supreme had opened my eyes to the fact that, Hassan postures as a socialist, and that's the reason why people give him shit about that, is because when your whole brand is built around not doing that, it's weird. Oh no, it didn't say your thing. Thanks for leveling up the discourse. I love the fun debates, but I have a master's in poli-sci and have found the discussion to be lacking lately. Yeah. And it's like, it's just, I don't want to talk more about it, but it's the perfect clap. God damn. I'm glad I'm getting better at, oh yeah, the editors. That's what I was going to do. Just pay them with a laptop instead. Okay, I did. I give them the means of production. I can't afford a computer, but I'll tell you what, I can pirate Sony Vegas Pro for you and put that on your computer, and then you have the means of production. I mean, you can make all sorts of, there's no limit on how many videos you could produce. No, but, I thought that before. That was like a mistake. I fucked up. I was a dumb fuck. I didn't know. That was the wrong thing to believe. And that's okay. It's okay to be wrong, guys. Hey, look. This is almost like getting naked at a bathhouse. We all have stuff. We all have hair. We all have nipples and genitalia. Like, it doesn't matter. We're all fucking people, dude. It doesn't matter when we all jump into the fucking bathtub. It shouldn't matter that you come on here and air out the fact that you were incorrect about shit. That should happen more often, especially when you talk 1,000,000 miles a minute for 5 days a week. It's going to happen. You're going to fuck stuff up. If I see you do nothing but like defend every statement that you make all the time, and you're not exactly a careful motherfucker, and you fuck up all the time, and you're I don't know. I don't want to keep roasting other people in this space. And that's part of also why I want to move away, because I'm going to become a fucking antagonist at this point. I am going to become somebody who is just mean to people. And that's not what I want to be. And I'm going to become mean because I'm frustrated, like, with people and with what their choices that they're making. And I shouldn't even care. I shouldn't have any investment in what they're doing, But anywho, now that I have the editors that I didn't have before, I can do other stuff. I can do YouTube videos. Like you said, I would probably enjoy it more. I hate watching live, and Bookfucker is one of the few people I'll tune in for live. Take that for what it's worth. Love you, bro. Thanks, bro. We all have Gentiles. Gonna need a source on that. What? What does that mean? So yeah, I don't want to become a mean dude. I don't want to be mean to people. I don't. I want to do my own thing. I just want to enjoy doing my own thing, and I don't enjoy doing this as much anymore. Shit like this panel, dude. It just takes a lot of my fucking energy out of me, and it makes me sour. And I've been dating. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been dating. Booksmarts has been dating. Booksmarts is where's my phone? I've been on the Tinders. I've been, I've been doing that. And I talk to people about my job. I talk to people about what I do. I talk to people about the kinds of people that I cover. And I'm immediately reminded, the same way when I worked with other people, of how fucking crazy these people are. Which is why I came on here so fucking, like, confident in that, is because it's the truth. And I forget that sometimes. I lose perspective. I forget how the world works. And like, I forget that these people are fucking crazy, as most internet people are. And that it's just a weird fucking scene, dude. And so, I just want to do more of my own stuff. I want to date, and I want to explore the world, and I want to do videos. For as much shit as she gets, Melina is somebody who I think has, like, she has it fucking down, dude. She has it down. She fucking travels. She works out. She remains beautiful. She has an audience of people that love her. Anytime she goes live, she gets thousands of people. She gets to do comfy bed streams. She gets to look cute. I want to do that. I want to be cute. I want to be healthy. I want to date around. I want to travel the world. That's what I want to do. So, she's quickly becoming my inspiration, dude. She's quickly becoming my inspiration. Like, she's not my kind of girl, and I've said this before, just to get that out of here, because your guys' brains will go there. But she has it down, And I think she's a good inspiration for, like, do what you want to do. Don't do this stupid shit, dude. Just go on and do that, and people will follow along with it, And I'm going to do that. Have you tried wearing more revealing clothes, Booksmarts? I might start doing that, dude. I might. Look, I got an Airbnb. You can see that in the background there. I have a treadmill, and I did it. I did the treadmill today. I do these. I've been doing these weights multiple times a day. Every day that I've been here, I've been doing that. I've been doing my bicep curls or whatever. I've been doing my shit, dude. I'm gonna get hot. I'm going to be a spicy motherfucker, dude. People are going to look at me, and they're going to be like, man, this guy makes me forget who Hasanabi was. That's what I want, dude. I'm going to be hot. No, I'm just kidding. But I'm working on it bit by bit. I'm getting a little ahead of myself here. But, yeah, like, I want to do that stuff, you know. That's also why I got my haircut, and I'm trying to be more vigilant about the shaving. And, like, I don't know. I need to get back to a normal life. No more of this fucking COVID shit for me, dude. I'll be honest with you guys. You can't talk about this. I think you can now, but half of the world, more than half of the world is still fucked with COVID. People are not getting vaccines. Their shit's fucked. Their country's fucked. Their government's fucked. They're completely fucked still. But I'm not fucked anymore. I got unfucked. So I'm going to move out and try and enjoy my life and to create content that, gives you guys the taste of that as well, and just creates positive shit, creates funny shit, creates shit that makes people's lives better, creates stuff that doesn't just entertain, but it satiates something, right? That's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. And I want to be proud of it. I want to look back the way I have on what I've created so far and go, yeah, I've come a long way. I've learned a ton. I've met wonderful people. I've learned a lot of lessons. I've improved at this. I've gained a lot of skills. I've got an amazing community of people that want to love me and support me. And I have, people in the background that want to help me. They want to, dedicate their time and their energy and their effort to making my shit happen. Like, it feels like I have a bunch of people, like, almost like when you go crowd surfing, like I feel like I have hands that are like propelling me upward. They're propping me up. And I need to be more respectful of that. And what is it called? I need to appreciate that more. And part of that's going to be making shit that's good. None of this other shit, dude. Love you, Book Sexy. Have a drink on me. That's certainly a nice fancy drink. $13.99 Canadian dollars. Didgeridoos. I appreciate that, NL. So yeah, like I don't want to take it for granted. I want to keep moving forward. Even people that commission me for work. Like, thank God to everybody who has paid for tutoring, advice, editing, writing work. Thank God to those people too. Exclamation point work. You can always ask for that. All the rates are listed there except for consulting work. You could look into that if you ever want to do that. I'm always available for that. Everybody's been supportive, and I just feel bad that they've been supporting this thing, and now I'm starting to get sour about it. So I don't want that. I want to keep doing stuff that's good. I feel like I'm the tribe leader here in a weird way. I'm a cult leader. Yeah. No, but like everything comes down to me. I have to make all these choices. I hate doing that. I don't like doing that. When I set up my essay writing business, I had an assistant lady that helped me, and she was a huge component of making the decisions about everything regarding that company. She was, like, I would say more than an equal partner in that venture in terms of making business decisions and things like that. I offloaded an awful lot of decision making onto that lady. Thank you, Nicole. And so, I can't do that anymore. I don't have that lady. I have me. But I'm not like a 19-year-old kid anymore. On the 16th of June, I will be 24. I am getting to be too old for this shit, as the people say. I'm getting too old for this shit. I need to step it up. Like we talked about responsibility, I need to take more responsibility for my situation and the future in a way that I haven't, like I have things I need to improve so that I can make the best out of what you guys are giving me. All of these subs, all of these donations, all of them, they add up to be able to afford an Airbnb, to be able to afford all of this shit. My light and my monitor and my headphones and my mouse and my Stream Deck over here and my cable case, and you guys pay for stuff. You guys like the content so much that you're like, don't quit, dude. Keep doing it. Do it better. Here, have this. I don't need this. Take it. You could do something with it, so I need to be more responsible with that. And I'm trying really hard.
My friend.
Thanks, Derry.
Derica 1 Aya, don't quit, dude.
Yeah, I'm not going to quit. Quitting is out of the question. But, it's just about pivots. And pivots are so fucking scary in this scene, They're so scary. Because you're talking about identity, Messerith. Like, I think I'm a well-adjusted dude. I think if you could say anything about Booksmarts that's positive, well-adjusted would probably be one of those things. I'm a well-adjusted guy. I think I understand myself to like a pretty good extent, more than most people. I think I'm in touch with like my emotions and the way I interpret things and my blind spots, and like I've learned a lot and I've come a long way, and like I'm okay with that stuff. But it's the content, dude. Content is such a weird thing, Like, you have to make this media for people to consume, and depending on the medium, it's very different. I could sit here and I could rant with you guys for literally hours. I don't know if it's an ability I have that's unique to other people, or you guys just simply don't want to tune out, but I can hold your attention by having a conversation like this that's one-sided, where it's just a stream of consciousness from my brain. I could do this for a long-ass time. That's a talent. That's something I don't want to throw away. That's a very Twitch exclusive, useful thing that I'm going to hold on to. Makes that possible. And that can be used for other stuff. That could be used for entertaining and interesting travel videos. That could be used for interacting with local people and asking them about the city. That could be used for planning, executing, and doing interesting things. Like, here's one thing. I don't know if you guys heard about this. One thing that I plan on doing is I've arranged to go on this big trip where we're going to take some horses down to the ocean, and then we're going to have a lobster dinner with some wine. We're going to go do some wine tasting. We also have on the agenda a trip to this bar where I guess technically you could like smoke weed, even though it's not really allowed here. I don't know how that works. There's a lot of like interesting things that I have on the agenda that I want to do before we leave Tijuana in about a week and a half. So lots of cool stuff. Not streaming stuff. I cannot stream that. I don't have the money for a backpack that lets me stream anywhere in the world like I'm fucking ET and I'm phoning home, I need a big connection for that, and I can't do it. But I can record YouTube videos, so I need to get better at that. I need to learn to rely on the people around me that want to help me more, rely on Tumad for his advice on content creation, rely on Supreme for his direction about being a responsible man, rely on IRI for his tips about health and fitness, rely on my editor to edit these videos, rely on my thumbnail person to create awesome fucking attention-grabbing thumbnails. Learning to utilize these people and the skills that they're offering at my disposal in a way that is much better. And I'm trying to get better at that. I'm trying to be a better man about that. And I hope it works, like the only direction we can go is up. So, yeah. You could ask my editor. I'm sure they would tell you that I've been much better about being on top of DMs and organizing stuff, and even people that email me. Like I've kind of gotten better at handling that. Like I'm just trying to get better, Hey, for what it's worth, when I was your age, I hit a similar "what the fuck am I doing" hump. A decade later, and I was making almost 2 times more, was in the middle of a great long-term relationship, and I felt in control again. We have faith in your intuition. You'll see the path through when you need to. Yeah. I have faith in that too. Yeah. Maybe it's because there is drug cartel in Tijuana. I mean, maybe. I don't know what's going on with that bar. I mean, they're very like, they're selling like name brand stuff. So I don't know how that works, because they have name brand stuff that's from California. So it can't all be cartel stuff. Slightly confused here. So what we doing a content 180? That's okay. We will like it anyway. Just wondering. No. I'm just, I wanted to catch up with you guys, give you an insight into my brain. That's what the Booksmarts channel is. It's like, what is Book thinking about kind of shtick. And this is just one of those streams. This is what Book has been thinking about lately. I told you guys when I had a lot of emotional problems with the comments,
What is that?
how I got past that.
Book, your content is awesome and you seem like a real down-to-earth genuine guy, and I am glad you got a solid support group to navigate the craziness of the online space. Looking forward to seeing you experiment with content that fulfills you. Feels good, man.
Thanks, dude. I appreciate it, Goobles. Yeah, and I hope I can bring you guys along for the trip. I hope I can remain, entertaining, interesting, intellectual, handsome, whatever it is that you guys enjoy. I hope to get to understand that better and play into that better and, give you guys what you want in exchange for stuff like this, like the $5 from the super chat from Mitchell Slagowski, who says, I hope you have a wholesome stream today. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I think I've said my piece. I think I'm looping at this point. I mean, I'm 32 and I'm finishing uni to get a PhD in biomedical sciences afterwards. You got time, brother. I do got time, dude. But I'm in a rush. I am. I'm always in a rush. There is time, but I'm living month to month. I cannot think too far ahead, and I need to be able to do that better. I know I have time and all that stuff, and I have options. I can always go back to doing essay writing, especially now that the world's open back up. Although people don't have their jobs, so I don't know how the fuck they're going to afford to pay for that shit. But, in any event, I'm not having some giant existential crisis here or anything like that. I'm just thinking it's time for a content change, and that's just an uncomfortable place to be, right? I've already decided in my head that this is something that has to happen, right? And that's the thing. It's almost like you're on one of those escalators, those people movers at the airport, and it's like you've been trying to walk in the wrong direction and you hit a wall, and you're like, okay, so I can't go that way anymore. I have to go the way that it's pushing me, and I can't fight against it anymore. And I know that, and I've seen that, and now I'm like, it's scary to me that I know I have to transition off of this. When I saw that doing the scheduled streams, that the growth was not happening, I knew that I cannot keep doing these debate reviews and stuff. I have to transition to other content. That is the direction the channel is going to go, that the brand is going to go. It's just such a scary thought. It's such a worrisome thought, because Twitch is a platform that is like an abusive spouse. It really trains you into some crazy shit.
As someone burned out on my job, I completely understand. I hate the idea of someone at school who's struggling. Vorsh and Destiny are both ego-driven dumb fucks. Please take care of yourself.
Thanks. Jesus, that's a big tip, dude. I hope you don't need that 50 for anything. I appreciate the tip, Natural Log. Like I said, I'll try to keep at it, dude, but thanks. And then also thanks to JDesi4 for the 5. If you know Dusty Smith but he went through a very similar brand pivot as you are now, you should consider speaking with him in the future. I'll write down his name. Big thanks to both of you guys. This does not continue without the support of people, so that's always helpful, and it's nice not to have to pester you guys for that. You just do that. I appreciate it. That every day. And this is the other thing. I don't ever talk about this, guys, but do I want to talk about this? The problem is there are things I want to talk about, but I don't know if I've mastered them enough, not to cry or to word them in the perfect way. Every day when I order food, when I wake up in this house, when I lay in the hammock and watch the sunset, I think about how like all of this was enabled by all of you guys and the gratitude of hundreds of individual people, and the generosity of hundreds of different people, individual people, and that everybody making the decision, like, fuck it, dude, I'll send this stupid fucking loser $5. Thanks, Booksmarts. Go ahead and keep it up. Don't keep crying, you fucking baby. You do just fine, yada, yada. You know, like, it is a multitude of everybody deciding to do that like enables me to keep doing this. And that's not lost on me, okay? Every day I think about that. Every day when I go to bed, like I think about that, you know? Like I think like, am I doing the best, you know, by you guys? Am I, you know, like one of the checks that I had to put into like my weekly workflow thing that I do on Mondays and Tuesdays, where I like try to catch up on all of the behind the scenes stuff that I need to do. One of the things that I have listed there is that I need to consider that as like a meditative exercise, just so that I try to have it out of my system, you know, like 500. Wait, what? I really missed it. Holy shit. Saro, 3385, 500 USD. Treat yourself. DGG for life. Dude. Whoa. I'm going to get a raise soon. Don't worry about it. All right, Natural. You and this Zero person. Jesus Christ. Zero, thanks. Jesus. Well, I was stressing about paying for the horse. And now I'm not. Well, I don't have to worry about paying for the horse anymore. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sorry I missed that initially. I hope that doesn't take away from the experience for you. Damn. Hey, all of those people are future yous anyways. Yeah. And that's why I donate hella, or I tip hella for my Uber Eats people. I tip hella for my Uber people, like, because I get it now, you know, like for some of us, that's what we fucking live off of, is like the good graces of people in more fortunate situations than ourselves. Like Zero here. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you a lot. And then Indrid comes in here to remind me, guess you really do have DGG brain rot. Well, you know, I would do shameful things for $500. I've done shameful things for, you know, a few beers. So let's not get horny smarts on here. Let's a lot of love for you, book guy, and your big lovely brain. Thanks, brother. Holy shit. I don't know how to respond to the 500. I feel like I should do a fucking Shakespearean monologue to address this person. Squat for him? I'm not squatting for him. Get the fuck out of here, bro. All right, now we just need to get a VGG oiler in here. Yeah, where's my VGGL? Huh? Where are you guys at? Huh? I'm just kidding. Workout stream? We could do that. Maybe when I'm a bit fitter. I think workout streams...
Keep it up.
And I may be wrong because I never watched any of Greek God X's, but I feel like workout streams are more attractive to people when there's an attractive person on the screen. So I don't know if my fat ass bouncing around is really going to be very entertaining to you guys. I won't be able to focus on you. Like, I don't think workout streams would be as interesting as you're cooking them up to be, but yeah. Be street smart, book smart. Never flaunt anything of worth while traveling, like recording equipment or a fat wallet, unless you have. Yeah, I know that. I know that for sure. And I try not to. I was actually talking with my friends about that just today. Like, this is the most that I will like show people that I have, you know, like we were talking about getting some fancy gimbal camera or a shotgun mic that costs $200, and it's like, I don't know about that, because if it gets stolen, that's fucked, you know? Or if I get mugged, like we talked about on Eris's stream today, I could get fucked up, you know? It's not worth it. Thick Smart stream. Yeah, maybe, dude. Have you seen VTubers do Ring Fit? Workout streams can be good. I have not seen VTubers do Ring Fit. Here, let me note that. Ring Fit. Okay. It's about his looks for me. Okay. I'm happy to know it's about my looks. I was wondering if you knew anything about Sugya, because I want to sug you. Okay. Why is everyone doing YouTube streams? I prefer the experience for you guys on YouTube. VTubers doing Beat Saber. Wait, why are you guys Omega lolling? It's a fun. Because of the Sugya. It's a fun Switch game. Okay. I don't have a Switch.
Good luck, buddy. He wins.
That's very nice of you. That's very nice. You had to put a ye in there, didn't you? You had to test me, dude. You had to test me. Okay. You know, I'll let that one slide. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. That's a lot of money, dude. This Super Hans person with another fucking 50. Jesus Christ. Thank you. Like, you know how I know that the world isn't fair? You know how I'm like pretty confident? I'm not going to say it now. I was about to roast this guy for donating to me. Never mind. Bookie has been tipped into a good mood. I most certainly have. This started out kind of rough. $50 is the price of yeast. Supply and demand right there. Oh, yeah. I have an answer to the person that asked about streaming on YouTube. There you go. There's your answer. All however many dollars of that was. So there you go. Remember, business. Say it. No, I'm not saying it, dude. Bite the hand that feeds you. Say it. Nah, I'm not going to say it, dude. I'm not going to say it. I'll come up with some vanilla way of saying it. What's the vanilla way of saying it? Nah, I'm not going to say it, dude. Because Pepe always wins. Yeah, apparently, dude. Apparently. I think you have a very good-looking personality. I'm happy you think that. Anywho, I think I'm rambling and floundering because I keep getting donos. I don't have anything else to say. I didn't prep anything. I just wanted to catch up with you guys, update you guys on my mental, explain to you why you haven't seen a stream in a hot second. The other thing is, and I'll be honest about this, when I go to America and I have to live in that fucking van, I want to smoke all day. I want to smoke until I don't think about how much it hurts to live there. You know, like, I just want to smoke and chill out and enjoy my YouTube videos and play video games and like, you know, so when I'm in America, dude, you have to pardon my fucking French, dude, but when I cross that fucking border, just know that your boy is lighting it up and whatever. When Dylan Burns was here, I was smoking and mentioning weed so much, I was afraid that Dylan was going to have a negative impression of me because of it. But I enjoy it. I enjoy a little bit of weed. Who doesn't, you know? Like, you in Mexico? I most certainly am. But yeah, like, yeah, I don't know. When I'm in California, dude, I want to chill out. I want to do that. I want to, because I'm able to feel like calm, and I'm able to sleep super quick, and everything is funny to me, and you know, I can be a goof and not feel bad about it. Granted, I'm mean to people when I'm high because I don't have my filters in place to like stop me from saying cruel things. So like, you know, again, shout out to my friends who deal with me, but but yeah, I don't know. I enjoy smoking and goofing and just you know, just being a dude, you know. Isn't Bookie American? I most certainly am American, dude, from the greatest country on earth. Weed stinks, edibles are it. Let me tell you a little story, Nicole. I had a problem. So I wanted to do some edibles with my friends, so I got some edibles. It didn't end up happening that we did them together, but they were in my backpack when I went to the border. you can't bring that across the border. That would be illegal. And so, I went, what am I going to do with all these edibles? I had 2 of the 8, and I was like, I'm feeling okay. It's been about an hour. I'm not really like, I'm not sweating it. So I took 2 more. I checked my phone. 10 minutes has passed. 10 minutes is more than enough to judge the effectiveness of yet another 2 edibles in my digestive tract, surely. So I popped every last gummy out of the thing, and I just went. I think I had like 4 or 5 more. And I remember when I crossed the border, and I was waiting for a taxi, I was like listening to the birds. I was listening so intently to the bird noises around me that like I lost track of time. It was getting dark. I didn't remember what I was doing. I was out of it, dude. I was fucked up. I couldn't figure out like my phone to give to the taxi driver. Like I showed him on a map, and he was like, I'm like, what the fuck? It's the fucking address on the phone, dude. I don't know. And he's like, like, what the fuck is it? He literally had to drive back around to the place where he had picked me up and ask the man who was like running the kiosk for the taxis to translate. Because I was just fucked. There was no way I was speaking Spanish. And it turns out that, and the guy hit him. He hit him on the head. And I think that's my fault. He literally hit him on the back of the head. Like that. Except with the back of his hand. The dude came up and he was like, I don't know what the fuck. And he's like showing him my phone and doing all these gestures. And the dude literally hits him on the back of the head. He goes, fuck. And he like tells him the address, and he puts it into the dude's phone, and he gives it back to him, and he's pissed, and we send me on my way. Yeah, I was not in the greatest shape. So that's a little story about that, Nicole. When I got back to the house, I kept drooling. I don't know why I was drooling. I lost like sensation of like my inside of my mouth. And I was like watching like old school military strategy videos about like different battles from World War II. I was like, and literal drool was coming out of my mouth. And I was like, I can't feel. I remember just having spittle on my hands and on my fingers and being like, I gotta go to sleep. I don't know. I woke up, I was sleeping the wrong way on the bed. Like, I had the worst time on those edibles, dude. So, yeah, that's my story with edibles, Nicole. They just, they hit you different. They really do. And they're tougher to predict. And there's no emergency brake. Like, with weed, you can wait it out. You can set a timer on your phone. You can say, hey, insert assistant name here so I don't trigger your phone. Set a timer for XYZ number of minutes. You can wait 10 to 30 minutes. You're probably going to be in a lot better shape. Not with edibles. I kept waiting. Like, I literally started watching the military channel shit because I'm like, I got to wait this out. This is fucked. I can't fall asleep. I can't feel my mouth. I'm fucked. I can't even think straight. I can't even think in Spanish. Like, I'm just destroyed. I don't, like, oh, man. I was so lucky. I figured out how to get into the gate of this house, too. There were, like, 2 different codes, and I kept inputting the wrong one, and I literally thought, I guess I sleep outside then. Because I kept putting in the wrong code and it wasn't opening. And there was a security guard 2 doors down who was like protecting that house. And he was just watching me as I input the same code, drooling on myself just over and over and not getting into the house. Like, oh man, just such a fucking nightmare. Yeah, don't do drugs, kids. That's the message there. LSD is like that too. Tab dosing isn't consistent, and once you take it, you're locked in. And LSD is even worse because it's hours and hours and hours. Not only is it hours and hours and hours, you lose your sense of time. Isn't that a wonderful combination of things to happen? You have a trip that lasts over 8 hours, and you have no sense of time. The drug literally breaks the part of your brain that is able to keep track of time and like form these like coherent, like cyclical pattern related thoughts. So like you lose all that with the drugs. So like, yeah, LSD is a hell of a thing to overdo. First time I had edibles, it put me on my back for hours. I couldn't even talk. Yeah. They hit different. They hit very, very different. It wouldn't be the thing that I would recommend people do for their first thing. And it's not even fun. Like, here's the thing. Mushrooms, I've never had one that's been not fun. They've all been fun for me, but there have been a lot of edible experiences that are not fun. And I don't know if that's just the luck of the draw for me, but like I would sign up for mushrooms over edibles any day. In terms of like an overdoing it amount, I probably would. Because I really do think that overkill amounts of edibles are just too much, dude. What's the biggest mushroom dose you've done? I've always done mushrooms with hippie people, and we don't measure shit. We just grab shrooms out of the bag, and then we mix them up with orange juice, and, you know. So we never measured any. I have no idea how many grams I did because I was very irresponsible, and I let everybody else just dose me, and I didn't ask questions. Same with LSD. I had it ended up being 4 doses the very first time that I did it, because we did what we thought was 1 that wound up being 2, and we didn't think it was working. We thought maybe the blotter paper was no good. So we did another one, and it was at the moment that we did the next tab that the dude was like, funny, I don't want to call it a joke, just a thought. I think that each one of those may have been 2. We're like, we just had 2 and we're not feeling them. What do you mean one of those could have been 2? He's like, well, one of those was either 2 or it was 4. And I don't really remember because I'm starting to feel it. And I just wanted to let you know before I start tripping that I may have dropped the ball on that one. And I was like, and I looked to the guy next to me, and he has the face of a deer. And then I knew it was just downhill from there, dude. I knew it was downhill. When the motherfucker next to you has a face of a deer, dude, you know that you're fucked. When this dude tells you may have just done fucking 4 doses or 8 doses of that shit, and you look to the dude next to you, and he literally looks like some shit that the Egyptians are drawing, you know you're fucked, dude. And I was over, dude. I met my ancestors. I saw my past lives. I fucking sailed the Atlantic. Yeah, it was just fucking nutty, dude. It was a nutty, nutty time. LSD is like living a David Cronenberg movie. It's so strange. It's a very difficult experience to like put into words. Because it fucks with your perception of things. Like it fucks with your perception of time. It fucks with your perception of patterns. It fucks with like so many intricate little processes in your brain that like the resulting experience you have is one of like somebody with some kind of like majorly disabled brain that's just like cooking up phenomena to fill the gaps that are created by the drug. And it's just, it's a hell of a time. With Princess Mononoke, it looked like that, dude. It looked like the fucking guardian of the forest. It looked like the god of the forest. It looked like the spirit guardian of the forest, brother. That's what it looked like. Gidman, thank you for the 200. You typed a whole long thing and it didn't make sound for you. I'm pretty sure it needs 300. I apologize for that, brother. I have no idea what you typed because Streamlabs doesn't tell me, but I'm sure it was something insightful and not cringe at all and super duper interesting to read. So I'm going to go to my Streamlabs and I'm going to try to look it up real quick. My first edible was 500 and I got a headache. It was Korova. Korova is some good shit too. I'm surprised you only got a headache and you did 500 milligrams. There's a lot of stuff, dude. It doesn't tell me bits. Oh, no, it does. I had some major realizations after your little talk about meditation on romance, mostly about the whole letting the thought ride over you part. It has really helped me explore new aspects of my consciousness. Thanks. Not a problem, dude. I'm happy it helped somebody, you know? I'm happy it helped you. 500 is a lot. 500 or 50? Yeah, I'm thinking you mean 50, Bob, because 500's that's a lot of stuff. That's like catatonic Goodnight Moon type beat. It's like a taste of some form of schizophrenia. Yeah. I accepted death. It got to the point where we were sitting around a campfire and I played the same second, like maybe 2-second loop of the fire crackling hundreds of times, I shit you not. And I had no sense of how many loops we had done. I only had the vague idea that I have said the exact words that I'm saying to the people next to me before. And I just saw the look on their faces as they grew increasingly concerned with the fact that I'm like looping in that way. And that's because my perception was fucked. That's all I remember of that was it felt like an eternity. And then it turned into this thing where like I closed my eyes and that didn't help. It simply gave a new canvas for this drug to paint interesting things for me to look at. And I died in that. I accepted it. I was like, wow, no, that's why my mom told me not to do drugs. They were right the whole time. You really shouldn't do them because they will literally kill you. That's so unfortunate. I feel bad for my friends. They're going to have to call an ambulance here, and that's going to be a fucking nightmare. Oh, man. I'm going to be the guy that died from LSD. That's no fun. You don't want to be that guy. That's not too bad. I had an okay life. I saw Asia. Had to visit the Orient. Saw Japan. You know, fucked ladyboys. I've done so much, you know. I've done so much. I've lived a good life. It's not too bad. And I just slipped into that void of nothingness at the end. The one thing from that, I will say, that is a feeling of peace that I've never felt before, was that moment when I was okay with it. When I'm like, I'm dead, and that's fine. And then that made me laugh that was a moment that I got to experience. And then you get the cosmic giggle where it all makes sense. You're just like, you're okay with it. You're just like, you know. And that stuck with me for a long time. I really tried to hold on to that. I think I still do today. I think that's where a lot of my chillness comes from, is like the moment that I died on those drugs. That really left a lasting impact on me. So, yeah, I don't know. That's the end of that giant rant. Jump right into acceptance stage of death. Yeah. Was the experience worth it even though the LSD was insane? Yeah, like... If I could go back and you like Freaky Friday'd me or like I teleported and like past me was like, hey, should I take this? I go, yeah, why not? I would sit there and watch that dumb motherfucker take 18 doses or whatever of that LSD and just watch him trip balls again. I would definitely do it to myself. It wasn't what I would call a fun experience, but it is something that I would put myself through again for sure. Now, there are other times that I did that where I would definitely intervene and tell me not to do it. Like one time, you guys are not going to be happy with this one. Are you sure you don't hate yourself a little bit? Sure, probably do. I'm not going to tell this story. It's actually yikers. Never mind. DMT is kind of nice too, really short-lived. I hear that it doesn't... The taking it experience is not super fun. I don't like the idea of like inhaling stuff that's really going to make me cough like a motherfucker and stuff. I don't like that. Even with weed, like I'm a baby with a bong. Just know that about me. You go smoking with me, I'll take mean rips off of a vape pen. I'll take mean rips off of a joint. But with a bong, I'm very, very careful. I feel like bongs are like sports cars. Like you hop into it and every single one's different. You don't know what it's going to be like when you go to touch that pedal. You don't know how sensitive it is. You got to be really careful with the accelerator on those Lambos, you know? So I think I need to be real careful with bongs. I'm always like, I don't know. I don't want to be coughing and then my lungs hurt and then the rest of the smoke session hurt. Like, I don't want that, dude. and it stinks. I see somebody put stinkies. I don't know if that's related to me, but I don't like the smell. And people think I'm really weird for that. Like dead ass, when I smoke, especially if I'm on my own, one of the first things I want to do is go take a shower because I hate that fucking scent. I do not like having it on me. It's disgusting. I don't like the smell. I like the smell when I haven't smoked for a while and I catch a whiff of it on the air from some nearby dwelling where they're enjoying it. That's kind of fun. But I don't like smelling it on other people. I don't like smelling it on me. I really don't like being that close to the scent of it. I don't like when you go into somebody's house and it's clear they smoke all the time and it kind of has that dingy kind of scent to it. I'm not a big fan of that. So, that's another reason why I generally avoid flower and I usually go for vape is because I don't really like the smell. And you bat it or smoke it in a crack pipe. Jesus Christ. The taking is really tough, but it depends what method you use. Interesting. Taking DMT sucks balls. It killed the vibe for more. Interesting. My dealer was talking about his DMT trip and talking to the giant heads of his ex-girlfriend and his kid. That sounds kind of fucked. I don't know. That sounds really fun for me. I know it's a super unpopular opinion, but for me personally, I just hate anything that alters my perception of reality. It triggers my anxiety and I'm just uncomfortable until it goes away. I was like that at first, especially with weed. And I do get in that zone sometimes. If my anxiety comes and it tries to like get a foothold in my brain at the same time that I'm doing weed, sometimes that's like a bad combination. I've gotten a lot better at managing the two of them and taking that anxiety and pushing its head under the bathtub water and just holding it down until it stops struggling and lets go. Lets me relax, stops fighting anymore, and then it goes away, and then I'm able to have a good time. So I feel like I'm in a better spot to keep control of it with weed, but there is a certain point where you get too high, and then it's awful. Like when I do the edibles, and I have no control over it. That's not very fun. But with smoking, I don't worry about it too much, especially since like if I feel like I'm impaired and I'm uncomfortable with that, I can just stop. In an hour, I'll be good, So... that's also why I like having a tolerance. I know a lot of people don't like that because the first time you do it, it's like, whoa, but I'm not in it for a whoa. If I was in it for a whoa, I would do some other kind of substance, I just want to chill out. I want to feel good. That's it. And so I like having a tolerance because then I can just wait it out if I'm not liking what's going on. How do you handle the anxiety aspect? Recently started having panic attacks on it. If you start having panic attacks on it, I would stop doing it. I've never had panic attacks on it. So something to keep in mind with the weed thing and the reason why I don't advise people to keep doing it if they're having panic attacks is because some people it just triggers it, For some people, it's literally just the devil of anxiety and it will just make things worse. What's up, Aristocracy? For those of you that don't know, we talked to Aristocracy earlier today. I'm going to go ahead and give her a respectable shout out, Aristocracy TV. There you go. It was a fun talk. I enjoyed it. I was happy to hear that Eris enjoyed it, that she got something out of it, and that particularly on the comments thing, Eris, I really wanted to I thought that the original time that we had scheduled to have our talk was like really well placed because you were struggling with some of the comments that you were getting. And I'm happy that I was finally able to like talk with you about that a little bit because it was something I mentioned to Steven too, that like, I don't think Steven or the other creators are working on ways of like teaching other people how to deal with things like this kind of commentary. And I did not find help with other content creators online. They give you the same kind of like boilerplate advice that's not like super actionable. And it's more like Confucius say flow like water. Like, okay, I'm not flowing, bitch, and I'm drowning. I can't flow with it. That's my whole problem is I can't flow like water. Like, I don't know what the fuck. How is that supposed to help me? Like, you need actionable shit. Like, yeah, triage these. Look through that person's history. See if you can discredit the things that they're telling you. See if you can figure out how to take that shit with a grain of salt, Like, I keep a list in front of me of chatters that are just saying shit that's just rude and off-putting, right? Like, what I do, if a chatter says something like, what is this fat fuck even on about? Vosh never said anything of the sort. Like, well, he called me a fat fuck. That's not very nice. Let's see. What else was this person saying in chat? They were the person that said that cops should suck dick and jump on a cross. I remember that person. Yeah, okay. So, Spinning Top 69 SMD. That person probably... I should not take advice or take seriously that person's remarks because they're just, who knows what's going on. They could be high on marijuana cigarettes. They could be fucking doing dope. I don't know, dude. They could be doing all sorts of stuff. They could be drunk. Their girlfriend could have just broken up with them. It could be a million reasons that they're being a ginormous asshole, you know? So just picking out those people and being like, you have a problem. So I'm not taking seriously your fucking comments here, dude. I'm sorry, but you got to go fix your own shit before you try fixing mine. Agreed. If you're doing it regularly, it's regularly causing panic attacks. Taking a break might work. Thinking about it like a pre-workout cycle. Okay, you guys are still talking about that. I should start doing that. Writing a list of mean people to start dismissing that. I mean, it's helpful because sometimes if you're like me and you don't like banning people particularly, even though my mods don't like that, I like timing people out. That's the most that I'll do. I think you need to do a lot to earn a ban. So I like keeping them in the chat, even if they're being dickheads, you know, whatever. So for me, I need to keep them in the chat, but I need to like know to separate their opinion out from like the general masses of what people are saying. And so, yeah, it is helpful to just have a list in front of you so that if a comment particularly triggers something in you, then you can go, oh, before I invest more of my mental energy and my mental time into considering this comment, let me figure out if there's a reason that I shouldn't. And if there's a reason that you shouldn't, right? Like, that's it. Never got the appeal of trolling in a Twitch. I get the appeal. I won't pretend I don't understand it. I've smoked a bunch of weed, hopped into Twitch chat, said some fucking shit to trigger a stream. I've done that quite a few times, matter of fact. The difference between me and some other people is I do it under the Booksmarts name. I don't have no fucking alt that I'm fucking stalking about on, you know? Like, I do it on my main account. But I do be trolling. I do be doing a little bit of trolling. I get that. People drink and they say mean things. People smoke and they say mean things. People have things happen in their life and they go to bully somebody that's in arm's reach away from them. It happens. I'm understanding of it. I've had DMs from people that apologize for doing that. Lately, I've had a lot of apologies about YouTube comments in particular. You may not believe it, but I've had a lot of messages from people who are like, hey, if you saw that YouTube comment I left, I'm really, really sorry about that. I wasn't having a good day. Or, hey, sorry about that YouTube comment. I kept watching and you did answer that question, blah, blah, blah. And what's funny is a lot of the times it's guilt because their comment got removed. And it didn't get removed by me. YouTube removes stuff all the time. I only remove comments that are like pornography or like, I don't know, what's another one I've removed? It's pretty much only the links that are like, you know, xyz.cx or whatever. They leave a timestamp and then they put like a link to some porn site. That's pretty much all I've had to deal with. So YouTube AutoMod deletes a lot of shit all the time. And I think that people think that's me, that I saw it, I thought it was rude and I deleted it, or I saw it, didn't want to hear criticism and I deleted it. Whatever way they work it out in their brain, I think a lot of people think I'm deleting YouTube comments. And so that may be a trigger of that, but I'm not entirely sure. Destiny has outwardly said he will take on gambling sponsors similar to Trainwrecks because he just doesn't care anymore. Not for his sake, but for impressionable young viewers. What the fuck are we supposed to do as a community at this point to fix him, to stop this, Booksmarts? How are you getting on with the Destiny I'm not doing it anymore. You missed the beginning. I'm not, oh, well, he's just a friend. He's a streamer dude. I'm not taking responsibility to try and like convince him of dumb bullshit that you guys think. And you know, oh, okay, all hope is lost. Basically, you know, if you're, that's homophobic. I can't say that. If, how can I make this less homophobic? I can't. Is it gay to have butt sex? Not all the time. Lesbians could have butt sex. Straights could have butt sex. Everybody fuck it, butt sex. No, I'm not going to make it. No, never mind. It's mean. Be the change you want to see in the world, buddy. Yeah, exactly. Go out and do it then. He can't be your friend if you're also trying to fix him. I disagree with that, but yeah. Are you planning on doing more debate moderation? I really like I really liked your style and being able to be a more involved mod without being one-sided. I think I was pretty one-sided. I wasn't a good mod. I think I'd be a better host of a conversation than I would a moderator of a debate. I think when people have a moderator of a debate, they expect an impartial person that rarely interrupts. I like interrupting. You know why? Because people are not good at having conversations with each other, particularly when they disagree. And it's very difficult for either person that is deeply involved in it to see that in real time. So I want to be somebody that's on the outside that's like, whoa. Let's not loop. Let's do this. Whoa. You're not answering this fucking question. What's going on there? Hold on a minute. Can I ask you this? Because this person is not asking you this. Hold on a minute. Let's summarize for a second. So you believe X and he believes X. Why can't we agree on that? Right? Like, the problem is that upsets the debaters quite a bit. It upsets the audience members and the fans of those debaters. It's not good. So I think if I do things like that moving forward, it'll probably be in a capacity of like a host that has a show rather than like putting forward this idea that I'm a moderator, if that makes any sense. Modern Day Debate has been the best debate moderator I've seen. I disagree, but okay. Like I think A4 Andre has been one of the best moderators I've ever seen, but that's a very high bar. I would say even Freems I've seen be a better debate moderator, and a better moderator of like conversation than Modern Day Debate. But Modern Day Debate just doesn't do anything. I expect more. I expect you to do something. Good distinction, Book. Lean into what you want to do. Yeah, like I don't want to change my whole personality and approach to be a good moderator. I kind of just want to like be Booksmarts. And I think being Booksmarts is more like being a host of a show than it is being a moderator of a debate. Wait, really? I really appreciate when the moderator asks clarifying questions and makes the debaters ask questions. Yeah, you think that until it's not in favor of your debater, right? Until I ask Destiny questions that are going to trick him into saying something that's bad for his position, or until I'm asking leading questions of somebody whose position you agree with, right? I think for a lot of people it's triggering to see that because that's not my place. I shouldn't be there doing that. And it immediately signals to them that I'm likely on the other side of the fence. So it's I get where you're coming from. I guess everybody can have their different tastes, but I really do think it's reasonable, and I understand the criticism. Eris, you're here. There you go. Another amazing example. You asked me before on your during your interview if there are times that I could give as examples of like taking criticism and finding the criticism helpful and implementing that, and what does that process look like? That was a wonderful example of that. When I hosted and I moderated, or I didn't host, I guess I just moderated, this debate between Irrelevant and Humongous about transracialism. I heard feedback both from Hugh and from Relly and from the Destiny Discord and my chat. And there were a lot of criticisms about my moderation. And there are people in my community that absolutely loved it. They said, don't listen to those people, yada, yada. But that wasn't helpful for me in that moment. I need to hear the criticism. If intelligent people and people I respect and chatters I respect and everybody is saying this thing and that narrative seems to fit with what happened in the show, okay, that needs to fix. I agree. If I can step outside of myself for a second, put aside that ego and look at this like how you guys are looking at it, yeah. I get that. You think moderator is this thing, and I was not that thing. I was a bad moderator, 110%. I agree. So what is the solution here? I don't think I can be a good moderator. I don't know if I want to do that. So my solution is to do something different. You know, I'm just a bad moderator. I'm willing to accept that. That's okay by me. You may like my style for one reason or another, but you know, like I think that's another example of like, yeah, I fucked it up. That's cool. Or I fucked up, you know, panel shows. I know I can't be on panels. I'm really bad at them. It has to be like a chill panel where I know that like people are comfortable with me grabbing the reins of the conversation at certain points, especially when I'm frustrated. Like when I was on that podcast with Freems and Aiko, like they were very supportive of me. They were very helpful. I respect them a lot for that podcast opportunity that they gave me, or the panel opportunity they gave me. However, you know, being on Dylan's panel show, like I fucked that up. I totally dropped the ball. I was a goof. I made fun of the panel. I made fun of the panelists. So that wasn't a good look. That was a bad thing. That was a mistake. You're a huge breath of fresh air. I'm happy you think that. Let's see here. So it's triggering because they're watching in bad faith. It's egotistical debate indulgence with regards of being right or smarter rather than defining and revising one's perspective. Yeah. And what bothers me is we don't treat it like the former. We treat it like the latter. I'm here debating because if my position's incorrect, I want to know. Because I want to edit it. I want to get as close to the truth as possible. No, you don't. No, you don't. You came in here because you had a position and you wanted to see it victorious. That's why you're here. You're here because you want to argue. That's why you're here. You're not here to do that. Because if you're here to do that, you would do it very differently. You probably wouldn't even do it publicly. If everybody accepts, hey, Booksmarts, Destiny can't change his mind in real time. He can't admit he's wrong in real time. Nobody does that. I can't do that, Booksmarts. It's unreasonable. Fair enough. And then why do we think it is that you could change your mind in the middle of a debate? Why do we have debates thinking that they're going to change the perspective? Why do we? That's it. I wonder why we think like that. Isn't that interesting? Then we have some cognitive dissonance there. Like, you know, it's very interesting to me. If you think that it can't be changed, especially in front of a bunch of people in public because these people have brands, then why are we doing it that way? If you really wanted to change your mind and you thought that somebody had a means of doing that, wouldn't you reach out to them and speak privately? Like, it's very interesting to me, you know? But anyways, happy birthday to you. Today's your birthday. Whose birthday? My birthday, it is not. I don't have, my birthday is on the 16th of this month, so look forward to that. This is why I'm not committed to debate format. I know a few things very well and want to educate on those. Yeah, and that's probably best for like YouTube and other stuff. Or like being interviewed by somebody. Here to beat each other over the head with ideologies. Most certainly. If you stay neutral, then clarifying is super good. The measure of success shouldn't be X's fans thought I was dickhole. It should be, did I let X get away with a stupid point or a mischaracterization or XYZ? Would be dope to get some book recommendations on the various topics Booksmarts is knowledgeable on. Books are probably not the best way. Just go watch YouTube videos, dude, like everybody else. For most people, that's going to be fine. You're going to commit yourself to a bunch of books you're never, ever going to read because they're super duper boring. You're not going to have a fun time. Just go start with YouTube videos. Go watch YouTube videos on stuff. Like, and then if you're really interested, like this. Okay, Booksmarts Insight time. How does Booksmarts read books? I've been getting back into reading books. I have read, I think, in the last month, maybe 4 books. That's good compared to, you know, what I've been doing numbers-wise. Every one of those books came from an immediate recommendation or interest I had from a YouTube video or a podcast. Every single one. So I listened to a podcast on a topic, and I thought, that's brilliant. This is an interesting thing. I don't feel like I have a full understanding or grasp of what these people are talking about. So I'm going to read the book that this conversation is supposed to be based off of or around. And then I'll go and read the book. Or I see a presentation on somebody like, I'm going to butcher their name, Samuel Hayek, the famous Finnish sniper. I literally listened to an entire giant biography of that guy's life because I saw a video of his on Forgotten Weapons. I saw a video where they were talking about him and his Mosin Grant or whatever rifle and his marksmanship abilities and the number of confirmed kills he had and all this other stuff and about his life as a hunter. And like, I was really interested. So that's how you should engage with books, in my opinion. You should have an interest before you go in and read the books, and it should like be in pursuit of knowledge that you seek out a book because it's what the book is for. But if you want to window shop ideas until you find the right one to read a book about, just watch YouTube videos. And when you don't get something or you want to understand it better, seek out a book on that topic, you know? It shouldn't be like Booksmarts, what would you recommend? It should just be like, Booksmarts is talking about like XYZ. I think that XYZ thing sounds cool. I'm going to look up some good books on it, right? Like, I don't know. That's generally how I do it. Salma Hayek is pretty hot. Oh, shit. Is Salma Hayek a different... I might be fucking this up. I may be fucking this up. Oh, no. I'm pretty... Wait, hold on. Am I messing up his name? What's his name? This is not good. I read a whole book on him. Oh, Simo Haya. Okay. Not Salma Hayek. My bad. Simo Haya is what his name is. Here, I'll go ahead and put that in the chat for you. The infamous sniper, Selma Hayek. Oh, no. Forgotten Weapons is Super Pog. You're a gun guy book? I'm not a big gun guy. I like Ian. I think I have a crush on Ian. I just really like watching Ian's videos. There are people I just love listening to talk. And he's one of those people. He's passionate about it. He is dedicated to covering things correctly and to being as accurate as he can be. He holds himself in high regard as a domain expert in French weaponry from this certain period of time, and the mechanics of firearms he's very, very interested in. I like people that take their shit seriously and they try hard. Another person that does that in that scene would be that Paul Harrell guy, right? If you know gun people, you probably know Paul Harrell. I love it because he takes it seriously. Actually, on Friday or Saturday, I'm not sure which one. I'm gonna shoot for Friday, maybe even tomorrow. We will do the Patreon request, which is to cover YouTube videos. Whatever YouTube videos I pick, just do a React Andy. I have both of those creators lined up because I just love it. I have an argument between Ian from Forgotten Weapons, which is a gun channel that covers like historical firearms, how they worked, in the context of their deployments, what were they for, or in the case of like civilian weapons, like what consumer was this meant for? What were the advancements in the gun that made it particularly interesting? How did it do? Who was the creator? What is the history behind it? He has another channel called In Range TV that he co-hosts with somebody else, and they both go to gun shows and they talk about different firearms and historical context of those firearms. And they had an argument, and it makes me coom. It makes me fucking coom how good of an argument they had, because it's so civil. It's I think that, XYZ rifle would be really good for blah, 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 although it really struggles here. And then the other person who really hates those rifles is like, yeah, I would totally agree. For X, Y, and Z application, the rifle could be fine. I just think that those trade-offs really pale in comparison to the other two things you mentioned, like this, and then they add 2 new points, or this and that. And then the other person responds like, yeah, you have a good point. With this and that, the other 2 things that you added, that's totally true. And we've seen that happen time and time again, where soldiers are struggling to use the rifle in this way or having this sort of effectiveness. But I also think it's worth mentioning that mechanically, having this sort of thing is really worthwhile. And though I would trade off that, it's just so it's so cordial. It's so good. Oh, I love it. I love it. I'm going to keep my eye out for more of those things to give you guys your like rhetorical, to wet your rhetorical whistle. I'm going to find more interesting conversations and debates between people that are not in this fucking sphere, because they're not doing it good most of the time. If Destiny has a good talk, I'll cover it. Destiny has a really bad talk, I'll cover it. But fuck, man, I'm just fucking sick of this debate shit, dude. I have, you guys may know Counterpoints. Do you guys know who that is? Next week, I have a scheduled talk with him, and he had a really good conversation with that Lauren Southern lady, where he was able to give her a lot of pushback as somebody who is more or less on her team on a lot of stuff. So, I want to spend my time, now that I have my platform, on people who I think are doing a good job. Not people who are famous, not people who are fucking around, not people who are doing this for entertainment. I want to highlight things I find personally significant. I find that conversation personally significant. I find the argument about bullpup rifles on In Range TV personally significant. I find the response video that Paul Harrell did to some criticism that was levied at him. So basically, Paul Harrell is this firearms expert. He trained military personnel, I think the Marines, on firearms. He has won a gazillion competitions for firearms shooting. He trains people. He does all this shit. And he has a YouTube channel where he's this very like dry dude who has a funny way of talking, and he pauses a lot, and he's very apologetic about it. And he's like me, where he wants to make a disclaimer for every fucking stupid loon that hops in the comments and disagrees with you for some petty fucking way that you worded something. And so he's always trying to account for these people. I love the dude. I love the way that I see the intentionality in his content. But anywho, someone totally ran his name through the mud, and they said he had never won any competitions, that he was stolen valor, he had never served. And so he makes this hour-long response video where he goes through all the points that the dude had. He lays out in front of him in the middle of a field where he normally like records all of his firearms videos, a giant like storage container and a bunch of medals and trophies and international recognition things and a Tupperware container full of the little medallions that you get from winning shit. And he sets up for every point that he refutes of this guy, like all of the information that would refute that. He's like, I'm not somebody who likes bragging about stuff. I'm not somebody who likes self-aggrandizement. I think that that's disgusting of people to do. So I don't do that. But if you're going to bring into question which competitions I won, you're going to say I faked all of that I'm not saying any of the boards that recognize my abilities. Well, here you go. Take your pick. You want to talk about the state of Oregon, who I have fucking 3 different awards from? Do you want to talk about the U.S. Marines that I've gotten these awards from? Do you want to talk about the international body in Europe that gave me this award? Do you want to talk about the Swedish armed forces that I won this award at? Or do you want to talk about this entire case full of pistol expert things? It's such a good fucking video, and goddamn, dude, I love it. Love your content, bro. Hope the channel keeps growing. Me too, brother. Have you seen the Counter Arguments YouTube channel? I find them very interesting, but they're not active anymore. I have not. What do you think of Noam Chomsky, though? He's based. I think he's a little unwavering in his ideological stances, but I think that's what makes him him. So that's great. I actually want to read a couple of his books. I think he's gonna. This sounds mean. I'm worried we don't have him for much longer. And if it's possible at all, if I go viral tomorrow and I have any kind of clout, I would love to rub 2 things together to get to talk to that man before he's gone. And that's part of like my thinking last night. I actually had a bunch of quotes from him that I wanted to use for the Vosh and Destiny thing, where I wanted to talk about like, here's the reason why we're not doing this line by line, and I may be moving away from debate reviews, is, in part because of the way that this guy has been able to his entire life stick behind some of these principles. And I feel like I've gone off the rails with, the way I'm handling some shit. Holy shit, that $500 donut. Yeah, it's crazy. It is crazy. Yeah, we got a $500 dono earlier, and that was huge. But yeah, I swear your YouTube recommended list must look just like mine. Maybe. It changes all the time. I intentionally shake it up by looking at different channels and trying to do that. Did you see Pacman's video with Chomsky? I have not. Noam Chomsky seems to respond to all emails and video requests from YouTubers. I'll write that down then. Yeah, because I'm not sure how much longer we have access to that dude's brain, and I feel like that's going to be a tremendous loss when it's not here anymore. So that's just, I don't know. That's probably doomer and whatever. Maybe it's shit talking, but like, the dude's old, and it pains me to see some of his appearances on other people's things where they don't respect him or treat him very well. Also, I don't know if you guys picked up on this, but like, Chomsky is somebody that I understood outside of a political context. Actually, like, I was partially aware that he was like a politics figure for lefty people before I started doing Twitch. But for me, I had to cite some of his work regarding like linguistics and regarding like kind of scientific approaches for things like psych. So I was aware of him in that regard, in his professional capacity. He's one of the people that like I would respect. He's kind of like huge in his field. And so, yeah, like, I don't know. I had a different understanding of him before getting into the politics stuff, but it's only made me like him more. That's how I became familiar with him too. Yeah. And I don't know if that's like tinted my understanding of him, my opinion of him, but he's pretty significant in his field. His books are very boring but interesting at the same time. If you're passionate about talking to him about something, I'd love to see that conversation. I would love to be in that conversation. Whenever I get around to his book, I'll probably take a bunch of notes in it. I'll probably get a physical copy of it. And that would be fun. That would be a fun thing to do. Did massive stuff in comp sci. Now, here's something I've only heard. I don't know about it. Now, when you say he did massive stuff in comp sci, was comp sci merely inspired by his linguistic work, or did he actively work with people in the computer science field to like develop these things? Because I would understand if they looked at his books and his things about like natural language and whatever, but I don't know if he worked with them or not. That would be interesting to know. His lectures are amazing, but Media Control was a good book. Media Control. Okay. Have you ever spoken about Thomas Sowell? No, and I'm pretty sure I didn't pronounce his last name correctly. Media Control. Okay. Well, I think, thank you, Norwood, for your subscription. I appreciate that. Comp sci is partially based on his linguistics and syntax. Yeah, I'm aware of that. I'm just saying, did he work hand in hand with programmers, or did programmers like appropriate his work? Linguistics is useful to comp sci because programming. Yeah, I know why. I'm saying, did he work hand in hand with like computer science? Okay, both. Okay, thank you for the answer, Annadelle. I think it's Manufactured Consent. That's the famous book of his. Yeah. But if there's something more interesting, I'd like to start with the more interesting one. Not sure, but I learned him from comp sci and programming classes. Didn't learn about his political stuff until after uni. I think that's probably the better way of doing it too. I think it gives you like a better impression of the dude, because it doesn't matter which way you lean politically. He's like worth admiring for his contribution to several fields. People have compared him to Turing in terms in comp sci in terms of influence. It's really crazy to think about shit like that too. Like one day tomorrow, you could have an idea about anything from the way that water spirals in a fucking sink to the way that humans naturally talk to each other, to the way that animals, you could notice a pattern somewhere and just write about that pattern, and no other human took the time to actually write about it or actually formalize it or actually connect it to any other field or discipline. And there's probably just tons and tons of those connections out there. And I've met enough human beings to know that humans aren't trying to look out for that stuff either. People aren't actively pattern seeking the way that like I would like to think that I do every day. Like when I study something, when I read a book, I'm generally always trying to look at other things in my environment to try and create anchors for those memories. And then I go through those and I try to, attach them to other things I'm working on. I just wonder how much we've lost out on by other people not doing that throughout their lives, and how anybody in this chat room could be the next person that's like that. You could become 50 years old and decide that in your early retirement, because you're on disability and your back is fucked, that you're just going to type out some of your thoughts about things, and you're going to go walk to the park every day. And through walking at the park, you notice a way that birds are like, interacting with each other, or the way that tree branches you could see something and it just triggers something, and then you bring to light this new thing in the world. That's in everybody. Anybody could do that. And it's like, it's interesting to think about. It's just a matter of like dedicating yourself to it. Generally one of the brightest minds of his generation, or even of humanity, and he's wasted time arguing internet politics. But that's part of his. Now, I may be wrong here, because, again, his political views are not the thing that I know the most about. But my understanding is part of his beliefs is that you have to do that, right? That you have to. And you need to not argue. You need to, like, be real with people about what's actually happening in the world, right? Like, I'm pretty sure that's, like, a huge, like, point of his, is that you have to talk with people. That's the only way that you solve the shit. Let's go. This is such a short stream. My bad, dude. I gotta bounce. Or be a new 35-year-old doctor and biologist that figures out how to beat cancer with a Yeah, good luck, Derry. Good luck, Derry. It could be you. It could be anybody, dude. That's what I'm saying. Like, it just depends. You just got to put your mind to it, and, after that, it's up to God. Then they cited him for some electron model. Huh? I don't understand. Yeah, speaking in truths to talk about what's happening while peeling away all the other performative BS. Yeah. It's a waste to him. It isn't a waste to him, though. Yeah, it's not a waste to him, but I can see how from our perspective it is that he's wasting his time on that stuff. I pray that one day these people like the Brianna Joy Gray person like wake up and realize the opportunity they squandered, but oh well. I'm at the part in the VOD where you popped Lee Syatt levels of edibles. He does a lot of that man looks fucked up all the time, doesn't he? Really hope you pursue the talk with Chomsky. I think it's very possible and would be top. That would honestly be dope. That would honestly be dope. You know what I'm always looking for? Maybe this is weird. Should I share this with you guys? Why not? I'm always looking for an old person I can have be a mentor. You know what I'm saying? I'm always looking for an old person where it's like, hey, do you want somebody intelligent that you could just like teach your shit to? They can maybe like keep that shit going. Like I'm always looking for that. I'm always like got my eye on the horizon for that. Like, is there somebody that could like, that's like already lived a bunch of shit and could help me like live better? I don't know. We looking for a sensei. Yeah, I'm always looking for a sensei, dude. Give me some life advice. Hold my hand and give me an opportunity. Yeah, maybe. Not sugar daddies. Okay, you guys are brain rotted. Your brains are rotted. You've watched too much Twitch.tv today. It's time to send you somewhere else that you can go drool all over. Where do you guys want to go today? It would be a sad day when we lose his perspective to media. It feels bad when internet people don't respect him. It really does. It really does. I'm happy Steven respects him because that would really bother me if he didn't like Chomsky, especially with the more I learn about the dude every day. Okay, party people. Okay, let's get going here. Chat pause due to scroll. Okay. /raid. Where are we going? Yes, this is why you gotta do old school hands-on art/product classes. I took an indigo dyeing class, and the old teacher was old people are the fucking greatest. Oh, Wicked's on. Okay, then obviously we're doing Wicked Supreme. Duh. Wicked Supreme. If you guys don't know who Wicked Supreme is, he's one of those friends that I shouted out earlier. He's a huge support for me. He's your favorite streamer's favorite streamer, as he likes to say himself. He's somebody who is one of these kinds of older people. He's getting there, dude. He's still got maybe 20 years before he hits the point of mentor. But, he's a very knowledgeable dude. He's lived a lot of life. He worked for the government and intelligence. He knows a lot about China and stuff like that. He speaks Mandarin. Super chill dude. Have a fun time over there, guys. Have a good one. Thank you to all the donos and the subs and the bits people, everybody today. Special thanks to the $550 people. Thanks. Have a good rest of your day, and just know that you made mine. You know, I'm going to turn this off. I'm going to sit through this, timestamp it, and just know that I'll be thinking about that probably for a while. So you guys will be in my thoughts. Enjoy Supreme. Bye. All right. Now that we've got all the Twitch people out of here, let's go ahead and turn this off. Bye, YouTube people. Thank you guys for all of your support. You guys are where the donations are coming from, so don't think that I don't see that. No matter what, you guys are in the clear. It doesn't matter what the fuck I do. No matter what, YouTube is going to be a part of it. So the Twitch people have to be worried because I might leave Twitch, but you guys don't have to worry about a damn thing.